Hello, everybody. Welcome to your writer's warm-up from Jesse, Stong, and Play. Oh my goodness, what is my hair doing today? Playwrights Workshop Montreal. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone can hear me okay. This is the last writer's warm-up for a while. I know, sad news. Oh, Tyson made it on time for the first time on the last time. I have a really little activity I'm going to do with you, and then I'm going to say some tips and some reminders of some of the tips that we've gotten through these videos, and then I want to say goodbye to you properly, but I first want to say really quickly on this last one, Playwrights Workshop Montreal, what an amazing organization, what a fantastic opportunity it's been through this quarantine to have this weekly show, and if you're not subscribed to Playwrights Workshop Montreal, you should really check us out. You should really subscribe to us. There's lots of things for writers. There's always events. We're doing more and more online stuff. It's really an amazing organization to follow. And don't worry, everybody. No one knew as the last one. Well, you can always rewatch them. Those activities I've used for years and years. You can always just keep on rolling, and maybe we'll come back again sometime. But for now, I want to leave on a really positive note. I want to give you guys a really good mantra. We're gonna make your own writing mantra. So get your paper and pen ready. Get your butterfly book or whatever you're writing in. Try to handwrite for this activity. Try to write as fast as you can. Don't edit. You guys know the drill by now, I hope. And so what I want you to do is, the first thing I want you to do is, for 1 minute, I want you to write about whatever comes to mind. There's no wrong answer. You don't have to do full sentences. You can change midstream. But for 1 minute, I want you to write about a time, or as many times as you can think of, the details of a time when you were inspired by your own art making. So I want you to just think for 1 minute, just let it flow, write down words of times where I inspired myself, or when I felt creative, when I felt creation. What did it feel like, okay? So ready, 1 minute, when you were inspired by your own art, go. 1 minute, write it, let's go. For those tuning in late, go. 1 minute, just write. I just said it. 1 minute when you felt inspired by your art, go. What did it feel like? Why does this memory stand out to you? Writing about when you felt inspired by your own art making, by your own creative process. What did it feel like? How did you feel? Keep writing, everybody. 1 minute. We're writing about a time when my art inspired me, when my creative process made me feel something. Write down the words, just list them, go. You have 30 more seconds. What was the feeling? What was the energy? 10 more seconds. My own art really got me. Finish up. Try to go verbs, action. What did it feel like? Okay, now I want you to do for 30 seconds. If you're just joining us, just keep going. Don't worry, we're working towards a mantra here. But for 30 seconds, I want you to think about a time when someone discouraged you, a time where you felt discouraged. Maybe it was your own voice, maybe it was someone else's, but maybe there's 10 different times. For 30 seconds, we're not gonna stay too long on it. A time where you felt discouraged by your art. Write it down, go. You don't have to do full sentences, write fast. Where someone discouraged me. Someone said something negative. I felt like I didn't do well. I hated my art. Keep going. We're writing a time. What did they say? Write down the words that you heard or how you remember it. Where you felt discouraged. 15 more seconds. Where you felt like my art is crap. Where you felt like I can't do this. Where you felt like someone didn't hear you. Write it down. 10 seconds. 1. Now I want you to cross that out, that part that you just wrote. Cross it out and feel that action of, oh, forget that discouragement. Cross it out. And now you're going to write the opposite. I want you to write for 1 minute the best possible compliment or feedback you've ever gotten from your work. And if you've never gotten your work shared or you've never seen your art, just give yourself some compliments. What are you good at? What works? What's things people have said to you for 1 minute that made you feel like, I am an artist, I am a writer, I can do this, or someone did get me, or someone did see me. And just write about the experience, write about the words, write about the emotions. 1 minute. The compliments, the positive feedback, or give it to yourself. Go, 1 minute. Why did you remember that? Write down, why do I remember this positive experience? What about it? Maybe someone listened. Maybe someone helped. Maybe it was an unexpected compliment. 30 more seconds. What's going on here? 10 more seconds. Just let it go. Let it all out. Let yourself be complimented. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 1 minute. I'm going to go grab something to surprise you. I'm going to give you 1 minute to read over what you just wrote. Make sure you double crossed out that negative criticism. And I want you to write a 1-sentence mantra for your writing. 1 sentence that says, like, this is why I do it. This is who I am. 1 sentence that you can put on the top of your board or the top of your book that's going to keep you going, that's going to remind you of times where you felt inspired, times where other people got you, times where you felt heard and seen. Make it a simple sentence as possible. You have 1 minute, and type it in the comments, please. I'll be right back. 1 minute, go. Mantra. You're getting silly in there. 15 more seconds. Once you have your mantra, type it in. This is what I want to get you, my little fly guy. Once you have your mantra, type it in. Fly wants to say goodbye too. You got 15 more seconds. What's something you can remember that's going to like bring all that stuff together? How you felt, why you do this thing. 10 more seconds. He's like, why'd you wake me up? Okay, so while you're typing in your mantra, I hope you write it into the comments because I want to talk about it. I just want to remind you of a few things. First thing, Fly wanted to say goodbye. He's a little cutie. This is his sleep time, but thank you guys for the Fly cam. And I wanted to remind you I wanted to thank Mark and Playwrights Workshop Montreal, but Mark especially, who's here today in the chat room, because Mark really helped me set this whole thing up and made it happen. I want to thank the twins and the husband for being so supportive, for leaving me alone, for giving me space. And I just want to do I went through some of the old videos, and I want to just remind you as a few tips really quickly while we still have time. First thing that I really think is the tip I said the most is build the stamina, build the discipline of being a writer. It's like going to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym and work out for 3 hours your first time and end up with stiff muscles and never go back. You have to slowly build stamina and see it as a discipline. So you have to really, what I recommend for new writers is 15 minutes a day, every day, right in the morning. And don't let yourself write less than 15 minutes. Don't let yourself write more than 15 minutes. Stop so you're excited to come back. Don't overdo it. And a lot of people think they're going to write a whole novel in one weekend, but that's not how it works. You have to get into the stamina so that when you have those days, weeks, months where you don't feel like writing, you write anyways. And a good story is a thread. I always say that. Follow the thread. If you start losing it for 4 days and come back to it, you've already interrupted the process. 15 minutes a day, add 1 minute every day. If you can get to 30 minutes, an hour, it means that you've done it every day for 30 days. You've done it every day for 90 days. See how long you can get in. If you miss a day, punish yourself. Go back to 15 minutes. Build it up again. Get a book that you love. Write with your hand. Separate the functions, right? I always say that one as well. It's like you can be a writer. You have to data dump. Then you have to edit. Then you have to put it all together. Then you have to produce it. Don't do that all at the same time. That's why I recommend handwriting if you can, if you don't have a disability that can allow you to do that. I really recommend writing in a book you love, investing in a book you love. Handwriting first. Then when you type it in, it's a separate process. It's part of editing. But give yourself 15, 20, 30 minutes a day where you just data dump, where you just write as fast as you can. You don't edit. You don't look up at the sky. You don't cross things out. You don't read it back to yourself. You go. And then you'll see you'll end up doing so much better editing later because you've gotten it out, right? Show, don't tell, obviously. It's like trust your audience, really, is the other thing I talk about a lot. Is trust that you can say less and your audience is going to understand. Nobody talks like, let me tell you exactly how I feel today. These are the emotions. No. Use images, use poetry. Trust that your audience wants to be a little confused. Trust that you don't have to give it all. You don't have to explain it. Don't over-explain your writing. Start in the middle sometimes is the other thing I really like that I said in one of the videos. It's like you don't have to start from once upon a time. Maybe your audience is going to see things in a linear fashion, but when you go to write, start from writing wherever you're at that day. Start in the middle of a conversation, right? David Mamet says, I just sit down, I picture two people in a room, and I go, right? Contradictions and in-between spaces. Really thinking about like what are two things that have never been brought together and what's the space between them. And when you get to something in your writing that's confusing, that doesn't make sense, keep going with it. Those contradictions are what make new writing, what make new stories. Very exciting. Tension gets attention was the other one that I really loved. And it was the idea that like really recognize like in the scene there's a tension there. How do I exploit that tension? How am I in charge of that tension? How do I keep it going? How do I not drop the tension or distract from the tension? Understanding every scene, every monologue has a tension. The last thing I really want to say is like knowing your habits is not necessarily about judging your habits. I'm an overwriter. Listen to me right now. I wrote all these notes last night. I'm talking forever. But it's like knowing that you're an overwriter doesn't mean I have to stop overwriting. It means I have to prepare for that. I have to understand my draft is going to be 150 pages, and then I have to edit it ruthlessly. If you're an underwriter or a delicate writer, that's part of it too, right? It's like knowing your habits without judgment and working with them, because your habits are also like your gifts, right? Your ability to overwrite is what's going to help you if you can use it. So let's read some of your mantras. I want to see. It's a blissful vocation and I love it. That's true. That's something else I wanted to say too, is that it's not necessarily about the product or the recognition or whatever. It's I get to live the artist's life. And how exciting is that, to live the artist's life? I want to rattle cages to make my readers, my theater audience, think again about ordinary situations that they take for granted. That's great. It's like I'm a lighthouse that wants to shine a light so the other boats can follow, right? And it's like when you can align your writing with a bigger mission, with something that's beyond yourself and your own ego, the writing goes a lot further, right? Tyson says, everyone's an artist.